What up, YouTube? Welcome to episode 3, Deeply Creepy TikToks. I'm excited to get into it today. I think we're gonna have some good stuff to look at, some good stuff to review. And if you guys have any videos you want to send out, down in the description, there's a Gmail. Send them right to me. If you need to, I'll send you a link or send me a link in your drive and we'll figure it out. Whichever way we need to, we'll figure it out. But I'm looking forward to getting into this, so without further ado, let's get it cracking.
Devastating floods in eastern Libya have killed thousands of people. The mayor of the city of Derna has estimated that number could reach 20,000. This region usually sees about 1.5 millimeters of rainfall throughout the whole of September, but Storm Daniel brought more than 260 times the monthly average in just a single day. Two dams burst, releasing about 1.5 million tons of water. 20 centimeters of fast-moving floodwater is enough to knock someone off their feet, and 60 centimeters can float a car. Witnesses said the water reached nearly 3 meters in places.
The World Health Organization's numbers are a little bit smaller, actually quite a bit smaller. It's about 4,000 deaths, but that's still a lot of deaths, man. Like, that water was super high. Right now might be a good time to find a good charity to donate to. What was up with the beginning of the month? Man, there was storm after storm. That's crazy. That was like 10 different places. I think I've gotten too used to seeing destructive movies like that I forget there's people in those buildings. All those buildings, those apartments, those homes, all of Morocco, all the buildings that fell, there were people inside. And there's still a lot of people missing.
What's going on? I found a video of a portal outside Rosen Bridge, a wormhole. There's a person
She said a
coming from the
wormhole.
earth, going up this wormhole to the sun, you guys. This is so beautiful. Check it out.
She says there was a wormhole and it was beautiful. And did you hear all those people, man? They were applauding and cheering. And the guy that was holding the camera, I'm not sure what he was saying. If anyone knows what he was saying, put it in the comments, please. But that script on the screen that said the Empire of the Sun, I'm guessing, yeah, it probably worshiped the sun still down there. And maybe that was like a sign of a prophet or something. I don't know. Whatever it was pretty wild.
Glowing humanoid creature found in Brazil. Y'all see that? Right there. A glowing humanoid creature. Yeah, you heard me. Kind of like an angel, don't it? I keep telling y'all, the further and further that we keep going into this age of Aquarius, the more I might see. No. The more that y'all gon' see. Now we got light beings that's been spotted in Brazil. Now it could be an angel, or it could be a fallen angel. But that veil is very much lifting. I'm starting to see fairies, I'm starting to see goddamn dragons, UFOs, and more signs of giants.
You're seeing fairies.
It's really only the beginning.
I don't know what he's talking about these fairy and dragon videos, man. Like, I haven't seen no fairy and dragon videos, but if anyone's got any clips of fairies and dragons, hit me up. Need that.
Have you ever heard of Annabelle? Yeah. So Annabelle's a movie franchise.
Don't look at her in the eyes.
So the real doll is like apparently the second most haunted in the world. Robert is the number one. What we didn't realize is how many people had experienced with that doll. Yeah. They calculated more than 10,000 people have written in apology letters to Robert to ask for forgiveness because of the curse that he put on. What is the story behind this doll? Like, why is it supposedly haunted? It's like a 3.5 foot tall doll. It's like a life-size doll. It's really weird. He gave it to his son, and he gave his first name and his clothes to this doll. And so the kid and the doll became best friends for years and years and years. And he basically embodied this guy and just became Robert himself. But over the course of his childhood and all up until I think he left his parents' house to go to college, he would have horrible things happen to him because of this doll.
Yeah, man, I stay stuck on the paranormal videos, and one of my favorite content creators right now, his name is Jasko. It's Jasko. And he went to the Warren Occult Museum, and he actually seen Annabelle in person and looked at her in the eyes. And I guess a couple days later or whatever, he had some accident where he hurt his back, his lower back. I'll leave the link below for you guys to see that movie. But yeah, man, do not look Annabelle in the eyes, boy. Anybody that has always says that they have had issues after.
Dogs are ready for bed. It's just a peaceful night here. Getting ready to go to bed myself. What the fuck is that? What? Oh, God! Fuck!
hope that's not your room, Mama.
Come here right now, Paul! Come here right now! Paul, right now! What is that? What is that? What is that?
That's pretty much what my pug sounds like every time I take him for a walk. Is it just me, or do those bugs look like they just smoked some sherm?
Hey, this is Kristen. You record?
Hold the door, make sure it closes. Yes, stand back.
Oh, man. That's
Take your
pretty.
footage. Stop. Play it live. Play it live.
I know it's kind of hard to see because it was for me the first time too, but if you look at the left of the door when he shows the camera footage, there's a little shadow, a little silhouette of what looks like a ghost.
Creepy videos found on the internet.
Thing's huge.
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh my.
like this big. There he is. There's the culprit.
What I'm going to do is show you why. There's something. Well, now you can see something. There you go. That is why Kelly's got was not happy about what was in her shirt.
A Secret Service agent that was there when President Kennedy was shot has come out with new shocking information. Well, only shocking if you didn't already question the validity of what they've been telling us about JFK's shooting this entire time. The way the widely known story goes is that the bullets fired that day struck the president from behind, exited from the front of his throat, and continued on to hit Mr. Connolly, somehow managing to injure his back, chest, wrist, and thigh. It seemed incredible that a single bullet could do all of that, so skeptics called it the magic bullet theory. Investigators came to that conclusion partly because the bullet was found on a stretcher and believed to have been held by Mr. Connolly at Parkland Memorial Hospital, so they assumed it had exited his body during the effort to save his life. But Mr. Landis, who was never interviewed by the Warren Commission, said that's not what happened. In fact, he said he was the one who found the bullet. And he found it not in the hospital near Mr. Connolly, but in the presidential limousine lodged in the back of the seat where Kennedy was sitting.
When he spotted the bullet after the motorcade arrived in the hospital, he said he grabbed it to thwart souvenir hunters. Then, for reasons that still seem fuzzy even to him, he said he entered the hospital and placed an exit Kennedy on the presidential stretcher, assuming it could somehow help doctors figure out what happened. At some point, he now guesses the stretchers must have been pushed together and the bullet was shaken from one to another. He said everything was going so quickly and he was just afraid that it was a piece of evidence and that it would get lost. So he made a decision and just grabbed it. Mr. Landis theorizes that the bullet struck Kennedy in the back, but for some reason was undercharged and did not penetrate deeply, therefore popping back out before the president's body was removed from the limousine. Mr. Landis has been reluctant to speculate on the larger implications. He always believed that Lee Harvey Oswald was a lone gunman, but now he's beginning to doubt that.
It's truly sad. It took 40 years for them to figure all this out, right? Or to figure out the things that they have just recently, because he was a good president. He was planning on exposing the tyranny and peeling back the layer, or what Donald Trump called the swamp. So it's always a shame how they take people like him off the earth before they're able to do, or before they're able to achieve what they've set out for, because it's guys like that they don't want around.
Strange sighting in Alaska has a lot of people scratching their heads this morning. Take a look. An Alaska Bureau of Land Management worker in Fairbanks was checking out the ice on Wednesday when he saw this. He reported something moving up the river. Now, this video was posted to the Bureau's Facebook page. They admitted they're not sure exactly what it is. Then they added, "We're letting you be the judge."
Whoa.
And it's not something that has that ice on it. Well, that's what I thought, but then look how it curves and it's all attached.
My first thought would be a surgeon.
Yeah.
But surgeons dwell at the bottom of lakes.
It looks like an alligator, which we know it isn't. You know, but it does look like an alligator. You know, but it looks like a cold water alligator. Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Dirty-Sanchez, one of my subscribers, for sending that in. You have a cool name, first and foremost, but I showed a smaller clip of that in episode 2. But this gives a lot more credence, a lot more credibility to the actual sighting. It was a little girl who posted on her Facebook, and the news actually covered that story. I had no idea. But if anyone else has any good movies they want to send in, the email's below in the description.
This guy called Aaron Rodgers' exact injury. David Zaslav, aka Daddy Zaslav, said before the game last night, Aaron Rodgers is going to tear his Achilles on a rain-drenched MetLife turf in 2.5 hours. On the first drive of the game, Aaron Rodgers allegedly tore his Achilles. Not confirmed yet, but it looks like it's happened. And now this tweet has over 11 million views. Daddy Zaslav called it. Absolutely wild.
All right, leave it in the comments what you think. Is he a time traveler, or is he one of the 1%ers? Is he the elite that controls the world? Or maybe it's something else. Let me know what you think.
I'm sorry, they just found what under the sea? Nah. Over in Alaska, a group of scientists are basically exploring the sea in their submarine. Down at a depth of over 2 miles, which is bloody deep, they found something insane. They saw this on the floor. They may be thinking, what is that? Well, exactly. It appears to be some kind of gold ore which was just sitting on the bottom of the seabed, which is obviously 2 miles deep, which makes it crazier. Scientists use their vehicle machinery to basically pick up this ore and take it back to shore. The thing just stands out because there was nothing else like it around it. It was just in the middle of the seabed, one gold ore, but nothing else, which makes it weird. When they brought it back, this is what it looked like in the lab. Yeah, weird. Very weird. I mean, scientists have found some unusual fish and species and all kinds of things down there, but not quite like this. The craziest part is that scientists are absolutely baffled over this completely. No one has any idea what this could be at all. The most plausible explanation is it's some kind of old golden casing, but they're still not 100% sure. Now make sure you hit that follow button and I will keep you updated.
Alright, so I gathered 2 things from that clip. One, there's big gold chunks below Antarctica, and we need to find a way down there. 2, scientists in 2023 seem to be absolutely clueless. This is not your guys' year.
The Bill Gates Foundation invested almost $100 million in Anheuser-Busch, the Bud Light company, after its stock fell due to the controversy with Dylan Mulvaney. And you have to ask yourself, why does he want to be involved in a beer company? According to the Celebrity Blinds website, Crazy Days and Nights, the wealthy farmer, that's Bill Gates, didn't make the huge investment in the beer company because he thought it would make a big turnaround. He did it so they would buy their agriculture stuff from his farm. That is a scary thought. That makes sense because we know he wants his GMO ingredients in as many products as possible. So now not only will you be eating his ingredients when you're eating McDonald's French fries or anything from McDonald's that includes their carrots or onions, but you will also be drinking his ingredients if you're going to be drinking Budweiser, Michelob, Stella, or Beck. Other than the lab-grown meat companies
That's for
that
you,
he invests
Gates.
in, I wonder what other food products his ingredients are in. Let me know what you think about all of this down below.
Isn't anybody else worried about how many places this old nerd has his hands? Like just recently, because for, I don't know, the majority of my childhood and through my 20s, you really didn't hear much about that dude except for that he was super rich. Now he seems to be everywhere, dropping mosquitoes in Florida, buying up land in middle of America, trying to make fake meat. This dude needs to, someone needs to check this dude. He's up to no good.
So who heard about the Noah's Ark that the elites created for doomsday? Incredible plan that will hold 40,000 houses in the apocalypse. Japanese designer released renderings for these ideas and end-time solution. A huge buoyant metropolis capable of hosting 40,000 humans. What I say, be quiet. Then we're gonna skip right here. Currently named our city, the Bible, and billionaire based. Concept will promise tens of thousands of people safe. So this is what they plan on escaping the goddamn apocalypse in. So while the whole world burning, these niggas in the middle of the sea floating and cheap. Yeah, for the billionaires, this is Metropolis City. Ain't this some shit? Aren't y'all just entertained on how billionaires already have plans on what to do when the end of the world happens? Yeah, hooray!
They must have found out there's zero chance of colonizing Mars.
We have evidence that somebody had the capacity to explore the world during the last ice age. One of the things I find most striking is the presence of Antarctica on ancient maps, because we didn't discover it until 1820, and yet it's on maps drawn in the 1500s with great detail, which again were based on much older source maps that have now been lost to us.
They call it the Southern Land, and it's larger than it is today,
But it was larger than it is today during the Ice Age. Now, what the fuck is it doing on a map drawn in the 1500s, which we know was based on older source maps when nobody knew it existed in the 1500s? To me, the obvious answer is we are dealing with the fingerprints of a lost civilization that mapped the world and that left evidence of that mapping, which ancient map makers found and used and incorporated into their maps.
So I want your guys' opinion. Out of all the people in the world, who do you think is most likely to have destroyed earlier evidence of maps showing Antarctica, or of proof showing that we as a human race knew about Antarctica? I think it's the Vatican. Let me know what you think below.
Yeah, so this is the transition from George's Bank to open water. It is tortured here in the middle of the ocean. Look, check out this water. Yeah. From horizon to horizon.
I gotta see on the phone where the fuck we are.
Yeah. Yeah, now it's just glassy clear.
They could be off the coast of Monaco for all we know. Like, they would have made a better case if they would have showed us the instruments that showed the depth difference, you know, and all the other things that they're reading off. Like, I don't know about that one, bro.
Zachariah Sitchin, he wrote all these books about this culture from another planet called the Anunnaki. See that thing that he's holding up in front of him? That is a piece of Sumerian art. See the star, the sun with all the planets? That is our solar system. It's not just our solar system, that is all the planets in all the right sizes. This was 6,000 years ago. He also depicted this orbit, this elliptical orbit of this planet called Nibiru. This is where the Anunnaki came from. They came down here, they studied some lower hominids, they introduced their DNA into these lower hominids and made human beings. The description of Anunnaki, what it means is those from heaven to earth came. There's also depictions of these enormous people with these little monkey people sitting in their lap. And this was what he believed was describing the Anunnaki's genetic alterations of monkeys. Not only that, they had the caduceus. You know, the caduceus is the symbol for medicine. It's also the double helix of DNA, and that's what he believes it represented. He believes that that caduceus symbol represents DNA. But it also looks like a guy who's just like trying to decorate with two snakes. Totally. But why does it represent medicine? And why does it still represent medicine today?
Those Sumerian tablets, right? Really, we don't know exactly what's on them, but the one person who's supposedly the most learned on them is the author Zachariah Sitchin. And he kind of reminds me of Onrel Hubbard, the guy who started the Scientology church. So I'm kind of cautious about anything I hear from people who remind me of Ron L. Hubbard.
So, 4,700 years ago, when the rest of the planet was still wandering about in animal skins, the ancient Egyptians flattened the limestone hillock, paved an area the size of 6 football pitches, piled up 2 million blocks of stone to the height of a 42-story building, drove a narrow 300-foot-long passage utterly straight through the rock, fitted the stone in the inner chamber with complete precision, built the outside of the pyramid with 8 sides instead of 4, and made it earthquake-proof. Lined it up precisely with magnetic north, and got the whole job done in 20 years using only these.
Yeah, I was right there with him until he said that it was all done with a rice paddy and a copper flute.
When did you sell your soul?
He straight up called him out for selling his soul. This is wild. Before I show you this clip, let me give you a little bit of context. Israel Adesanya is one of the biggest fighters in the world, and he is often seen drawing a cross through the Monster logo. Maybe he just has beef with the company, or maybe it's because Monster is actually 666 in Hebrew. I'm sure we're all aware of the conspiracy, so I won't go into depth. Now check this clip out.
I don't use my platform to fucking sell out and make money. When that fucking grow a pair of fucking nuts and grow a fucking spine, and sell out. When did you sign on Monster Energy? Tell me. Hey, you signed your soul recently, right? I ride motorcycles. Isn't it funny that anytime I fight someone, Monster signs them immediately and becomes a fan of them? You know why? Because I didn't sell out. I didn't sell my soul. What'd you have to do to that pig-headed fuck? Huh? What'd you have to do to sell your soul to get that? At the day, you have to look in the mirror and know that you're a little bitch. You sold your soul to a monster. You sold your soul to that monster. You gotta look in the mirror and be happy. Give me a fucking dirt bike. I fucking love Monster, bro. I'm in line with Monster.
I would be butthurt too if I missed the lifetime supply of Monster drinks too.
Let's dive into some celebrities who claim to be cloned. Tila Tequila.
The one that you remember from Hollywood is actually, that was the clone of me. And now that I finally traveled over there and killed her, because I killed her, because obviously...
She killed her!
No longer around, rest in peace, Tequila.
Kid Buu. Kid Buu claims that he was a second-generation clone that escaped from Clonade.
I was cloned by Clonade in Canada. My model number is 0112568. If anyone wants to see the registration of cloning.
He also exposed his clone on a live Instagram. And some believe that Buu was just using this technology to kind of add in an additional video of himself. B.O.B. So on January 24, 2016, B.O.B. posted a live video about celebrity cloning.
Donald has made a clone of me in the cloning center. I am memory suppressed. However, I do have memories of what fit the description of the cloning center. I thought that when I spoke out about cloning, they were going to kill me.
This was after he made several tweets regarding cloning centers. When a celebrity in great health suddenly suffers a stroke, or heart attack, or an aneurysm, cloning center. Every time you see a celebrity, quote, randomly lose their mind, cloning center. Clones don't have dreams, they can't gain weight, and they can't grow hair. Who are you sleeping next to?
Cloning center.
After hearing Kid Buu say Clonade, for a second I thought he may be confused with like a special edition flavor of Kool-Aid. But I went on and the internet looked it up and come to find out that they actually are a real company or were a real company. It's kind of hard to tell. From 2009 till present, they've seemed to have went underground. They started maybe in Canada, and our government talked them into coming over here and bringing their lab over here. Shortly after, a baby named Eve was born, and that was, I guess, the first baby or first human clone. And I remember when I was younger, there was a lot of controversy around this on the news. A lot of people saying it wasn't right and this and that. But Clonade is, I guess, still has a headquarters in Riverside. So if you guys want to take that and run with it and do your own research, if you find anything out, let me know. But otherwise, I don't know. Kid Buu might be onto something.
You guys need to watch the intro to this Melanie Martinez concert. This might be one of the creepiest things I have ever seen, especially what she says at the end.
Crybaby, yeah.
Don't look into the light. I'll do it. I'll do it.
We find the light within our void. We've been here before, we can do it again. The ambush will never end. We are protected. We are the morning. And tonight,
Man, what the fuck was she smoking?